Hello everybody, you are welcome to this channel. I am Atanu Betal, and in this video we discuss about the hyperconjugation or hyperconjugation effect, which is very important in organic chemistry because it is used to explain the physical chemical properties of the molecules. So before starting the discussions about this topic, I want to say that if you are new to this channel or you do not subscribe this channel, then subscribe this channel right now and watch the videos that already uploaded, and you can watch the new videos that will upload. If you press the bell button, that time you can notify instant notification on uploading the new video. So let's start our discussion. This time we discuss about the hyperconjugation effect or hyperconjugations. It is also called the no-bond resonance or the Baker-Nathan effect or antimetric assistance. This means hyperconjugation effect has these three alternative names. And what is hyperconjugation? We understand about the hyperconjugation, what are the significance of hyperconjugations in this video. So look at this figure here. It is the representation of hyperconjugation of propene. This is the propene, and it is the representation of hyperconjugation of propene here, where this is the p orbital, and it is the sigma orbital of CH bond. The sigma orbital. This hyperconjugation is the interaction between the p orbital and the sigma orbital. It is the adjacent p orbital and adjacent sigma orbital interaction. So hyperconjugation we can say hyperconjugation is the interaction or overlapping of adjacent p orbital and sigma orbital. It is the overlapping of adjacent p orbital and adjacent sigma orbital and p orbital overlapping, and it is a delocation and resonance effect. It is resonance or delocalization. It is one kind of resonance effect or delocalization effect. So in this resonance and delocalization effect, the overlapping or interaction of the p orbital and the adjacent carbon, the sigma orbital, between p orbital and sigma orbital, it is an interaction or overlapping. So this is called hyperconjugation. So you understand this point. It is an example of this molecule. This is called propene. This is the propene molecule, and in propene molecule hyperconjugation is seen, and for this reason I am drawing the diagram of propene. In case of propene, like this hyperconjugation we can see. So this is the definition of hyperconjugation. What is hyperconjugation? Hyperconjugation is the interaction between the p orbital and the sigma orbital between two adjacent carbon. Between two adjacent carbon, the interaction or overlapping of the p orbital and sigma orbital. This is p orbital and this is sigma orbital. sigma orbital. So this is one is the interaction of the p orbital and sigma orbital in adjacent carbon. This is called hyperconjugation, and it is the example of hyperconjugation for propene. Now erase this and we draw the hyperconjugative structures for propene. Okay, now start the structure of propene. In the structure of propene, this is the structure of propene. Here hyperconjugation takes place as this bond comes here and this bond comes here on the carbon atom, and it looks like H plus H C double bond H this one is the hyperconjugative structure of the propene. This one is number one structure, hyperconjugative structure of propene. See here, the bond between the carbon and hydrogen is disappear. So this is the process of showing hyperconjugative structure, that in the adjacent carbon of the multiple carbon bond, means the carbon that have at least one double bond, and in the side that has the sigma bonds, the carbon that has all sigma bonds. Between these hyperconjugation occurs. So in this hyperconjugation effect, we see that this one means this carbon have 3 hydrogen atoms, 1 2 3, and this carbon is sp3 carbon atom. It is sp3 carbon, and here it is also called alpha carbon. It is alpha carbon. So it has 3 hydrogen atom, 1 2 and 3, and these 3 hydrogen atom can form hyperconjugative structures. So we can draw the other hyperconjugative structures here, like at first we are drawing the hyperconjugative structure for breaking this carbon hydrogen bond. Now we draw the hyperconjugative structure for with breaking of this bond, this carbon hydrogen bond. So now we can get a structure this structure is obtained by hyperconjugation of this carbon hydrogen bond. This carbon hydrogen bond, when participate in hyperconjugation, this contributing structure is formed CH CH H plus and double bond CH. This one the number 2 structure for the hyperconjugation of the propene molecule. And if we see the number 3 structure, that time this bond will break, carbon hydrogen, this bond will break, and our structure will be like this one. this one, this is the third resonating structure of this molecule. We can write all using double headed arrow. Okay, double headed arrow. So for the hyperconjugation structure of this propene molecule, this is the propene molecule. For propene molecule we are drawing this hyperconjugative structure, and this hyperconjugative structure number 2, and we can write it here. This is number 3 hyperconjugative structure. Okay, look at these 3 structures. These are the hyperconjugative structures or resonance structure of the propene molecule. These 3 are called this one 1, 2 and 3. These 3 are called, I am erasing this. So the structure 1, structure 2 and structure 3, these are called resonating structures of propene. These are called resonating structure of propene. For the propene molecule we can find these 3 structure 1, 2 and 3. These 3 are the resonating structure of propene molecule. Okay, in propene molecule hyperconjugation is occur, or delocalization or resonance. This type of resonance is called no bond resonance, because here see the bond between carbon and hydrogen is absent and is broken, and for this reason this is called no bond resonance, because there is no bond between the carbon and hydrogen atom. Between carbon and hydrogen atom no bond is present. Here in between carbon and hydrogen no bond is present between carbon and hydrogen, and for this reason it is called no bond resonance. No bond resonance. So these are the resonating structure of propene, and you can understand that how to draw the resonance structure of propene. Simply we are seeing another time that what is the process of drawing the hyperconjugative structure from propene. This is propene molecule. Just we have to split this bond, and after splitting this bond here, this bond will become negatively charged bond. It means negative charge on carbon. So the overall picture is seen like H plus carbon, negative charge, and hydrogen. So this is the picture of hyperconjugative structure. This bond is broken and coming here double bond is formed, and this bond, double bond, which is initially here, is now shifting to the carbon as negative charge, and this is the resonating structure of propene. So I think you understand that what is hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is one kind of delocalization or resonance effect, which is in between, which is the interaction or overlapping in between the p orbital of one carbon and the sigma orbital of adjacent carbon. So it is the interaction or delocalization in between the carbon atom having p orbital and the carbon atom having sigma orbital adjacent carbon atom. So this is called hyperconjugation, and the structure is like this. That what is hyperconjugation? Using the example of propene, I am drawing this figure to understand that what is hyperconjugation. So this is about hyperconjugation, and we have to know that for a given molecule, more number of alpha hydrogen, for a given molecule, if more number of alpha hydrogen present, then more number of hyper conjugative structures. More number of alpha hydrogen, that means more number of hyperconjugative structure for the molecule, and the molecule is more stable. For a molecule that have higher number of hyperconjugative structure, the molecule is stable one. So more number of alpha hydrogen, more number of hyperconjugative structures for the molecule, and more stable the molecule is. Molecule is more stable. So before starting the discussions more about this, we have to know what is alpha hydrogen. What is alpha hydrogen? For example, here this carbon is called alpha carbon. This carbon is called alpha carbon. This is alpha, and this is alpha carbon. So here the number of alpha hydrogen in this molecule is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. That means here total number of alpha hydrogen is 6 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 11 alpha hydrogen is present here. Alpha hydrogen is present here. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. So total 11 alpha hydrogen is present in this molecule. So in this way we can calculate the alpha hydrogen atom in a molecule. Next is order of hyperconjugation. Order of hyperconjugation: methyl group has maximum hyperconjugation effect, then ethyl, then this one. So it is the order of hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is more in case of the methyl group because it has 3 alpha hydrogen, it has 2 alpha hydrogen, it has 1 alpha hydrogen, it has no alpha hydrogen in this carbon atom. So for this reason the hyperconjugation is just inverse of it is inverse order of inductive effect. It is the inverse in order of inductive effect. It has more hyperconjugation effect. Next important point is that there are two kind of hyperconjugation. One is sacrificial hyperconjugation. Sacrificial hyperconjugation, if the number of covalent bond in the molecule, original molecule, is more than the number of covalent number of covalent bonds that are in the structure. For example, sacrificial hyperconjugation, we take an example propene to explain this sacrificial hyperconjugation. In case of propene, we see the structure of propene as here the number of covalent bond in this structure, original structure, is 3 plus 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Covalent bond present in this original structure is 10, and covalent bond present in this structure is 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the covalent bond, this is the number of covalent bond. Equal to 7 here. Here 3 plus 1, 4, 5. Oh, I am missing it. Sorry, it's 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number of covalent bond, 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. So this one is the example of sacrificial hyperconjugation, where the number of covalent bond in the resonating structure is lesser than the number of covalent bond that is present in the actual original molecule. So here this is an example of sacrificial hyperconjugation, and propene is an example of sacrificial hyperconjugation. Another example of hyperconjugation is isovalent hyperconjugation. Isovalent hyperconjugation is seen in case of carbocations. This type of species, which is called carbocation, this isovalent hyperconjugation is seen. Here the number of covalent bond in the original structure and in the hyperconjugation structure are equal, and for this reason these are called isovalent hyperconjugation. And now the question is that in the hyperconjugation structure of propene, this is the structure of propene, this hydrogen is becoming a proton. So these proton are also in interaction with the pi bond. Okay, pi bond is attracting this photon, so this H plus is not removing from the atom, removing from the molecule. This H plus is not removing from the molecule because of the attraction of the pi bond. Okay, H plus is under this molecule because of the attraction of this pi electron cloud. This pi electron cloud is attracting this H plus atom, H plus ion, and for this reason this H plus is not removing from this molecule actually. Here no bond is present between the carbon and hydrogen, therefore it is called no bond resonance. But you have to know that after H plus forming, means photon forming by breaking the carbon hydrogen bond, hydrogen plus is not removing from the molecule, it is still in the molecule because of the attraction of pi electron cloud in the molecule. H plus is attracted in the pi electron cloud of the molecule. So this one, now we have to understand the significance. Significance of hyperconjugations, like we can use this hyperconjugation concepts to predict stability of alkene. Okay, like we have alkenes, we have two alkenes, one is ethene, another is propene. Out of two alkenes, which is stabilized one, means which is more stable, the formula is more number of alpha hydrogen. Here the alpha hydrogen equal to 0, no alpha hydrogen. Here alpha hydrogen is 3, this 3, alpha hydrogen for this molecule is 3. Here the alpha hydrogen for this molecule is 0, so this one is more stable. This one is more stable because of 3 alpha hydrogen, means it can form 3 hyperconjugative structure because of this 3 alpha hydrogen. So to predict the stability of alkene, we can use the hyperconjugative structure. The alkene where the more hyperconjugative structure is are possible, that is the more stable alkene. Here this one is more stable alkene due to the alpha hydrogen. The alpha hydrogen for this molecule is 3, and this for this molecule alpha hydrogen is 0. Another important thing is its heat of hydrogenation, means delta H2 is 32.8 kilocalorie per mole, and it's for this molecule delta H per molecule, no, this one per mole. So this is the heat of hydrogenation value, heat of hydrogenation value for these two alkene. Here 32.8 kilocalorie per mole, here 30.1 kilocalorie per mole. Here the order is that more heat of hydrogenation value, here more heat of hydrogenation value means less stable the alkene is. More heat of hydrogenation value, less stable alkene, less heat of hydrogenation, more stable is the alkene. Here alkene is more stable because it has lower heat of hydrogenation value. So this is one application of resonance means hyperconjugation resonance or no bond resonance. Another applications we see ortho for orthopara direction of alkyl group. For determining the orthopara direction of alkyl group, we use the explanation of hyperconjugation. And suppose this one methyl benzene, it have 3 alpha hydrogen, these 3 are alpha hydrogen. It have 2 alpha hydrogen, look at the structure. This is methyl benzene, this is ethyl benzene, this is isopropyl benzene, and this is tertiary butyl benzene. So in this case the 0 alpha hydrogen, 1 alpha hydrogen, 2 alpha hydrogen and 3 alpha hydrogen. So here no resonance structure is formed in this molecule, no hyperconjugative structure is present in this molecule because of lack of alpha hydrogen here. Here 0 alpha hydrogen is present. So for the molecule like ethyl benzene, methyl benzene and isopropyl benzene or tertiary butyl benzene, the more number of resonance or more number of resonating structure is possible only in case of the methyl benzene because of the alpha hydrogen. Here you can see when resonance takes place in this molecule, this structure is formed. First case, this structure is formed. In the second case, this structure is formed, and in the third case, negative charge is on ortho position. So as the negative charge in ortho position, para position and ortho position, the negative charge is in ortho position, it is in para position, and another one, the resonating structure in ortho position again. So for this reason, the alkyl group when attached with benzene ring, it show a orthopara direction effect. So for this reason we can say that in the ortho and para position, due to hyperconjugation, this can show the orthopara substitution. Then effect of hyperconjugation, we see another case like so among these two molecules, this one and this one, the 1, 2, 3, the bond length, if we compare the bond length of C2 and C3, means between the C2 carbon and C3 carbon, the bond length is the bond length C2 and C3 carbon, look at here, the bond length between C2 and C3, which is a single bond, and in the next structure it is becoming a double bond. So the carbon bond in C2 and C3, the bond is now shorter than the actual carbon-carbon single bond. The C2 and C3 and actual carbon-carbon single bond length is 1.54 Armstrong. So actual carbon-carbon single bond length is 1.54 Armstrong, but here the carbon-carbon bond between C2 and C3 is 1.49 Armstrong. This is due to the double bond character of this carbon-carbon. Okay, here the carbon C2 and C3 carbon is forming a double bond due to hyperconjugation. Due to hyperconjugation, here a double bond formation takes place, and for this reason a double bond, a partial double bond, not fully double bond, a partial double bond formation is taking place due to the hyperconjugation, and for this reason this carbon-carbon bond length, where it is a single bond, its bond length decreases because of this hyperconjugation effect. Decrease of bond length. Next, hyperconjugation effect is also applicable to find the stability of carbocations. Look at it, this structure, it has 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is total 9 alpha hydrogen. 9 alpha hydrogen is present in this molecule, where it has 6 alpha hydrogen, it has 3 alpha hydrogen, and for this reason here 9 alpha hydrogen present and 9 hyperconjugative structure is possible here, compared to here the 6 alpha hydrogen present, 6 hyperconjugative structure possible here, and here the 3 alpha hydrogen present. So 3 hyperconjugative structures are possible in this case. Similarly, for radical we can explain the stability, and for carbocation with number of alpha hydrogen the stability of carbocation increases because number of hyperconjugative structure is increased with the number of alpha hydrogen structure. So for this reason, number of alpha hydrogen increase the stability of carbocation and free radicals. And one point you have to know about hyperconjugations, that this effect is much this effect means hyperconjugation effect is much weaker than the resonance effect. I discuss about the resonance effect in I already discussed about this resonance effect in another video about resonance effect or resonance structure. You watch that videos to explain, to understand this hyperconjugation effect properly. So this is the discussions about the hyperconjugation effect. What is hyperconjugation effect, which molecule show hyperconjugation effect, or main condition for showing hyperconjugations, and the applications of hyperconjugation that I discuss fully in this video. If you have any questions regarding this video, then you can write your questions in the comment section. I answer your questions. And this is about the video, and thank you for watching this video. And if you find this video is useful, then like this video and subscribe this channel.